The BROOMHILL Pool Trust wants the council to complete the reopening of the Lido in the town before they do anything else. This is the outdoor pool, BROOMHILL Pool in Ipswich, which has been closed for many, many years now, and lots of people would love to see that reopened. The chairman of the BROOMHILL Pool Trust is Mark Ling.
The BROOMHILL Pool Trust welcomes this. I mean, we welcome anything that improves the swim offer to Ipswich and something that puts Ipswich on the map for the right reasons. So we support that. We've known about, obviously, the Portman Road scheme was first mooted, I think, back in 2005 under Judy Terry at the time. So there's been talk about this, and BROOMHILL offers something completely different. I mean, it's an outdoor and cultural experience, and it's a 55-yard pool. So we think they complement each other, you know, whether that's investment in crown pools or whether that's a new aquatic centre. We think that will bring, you know, complementary services and sports to Ipswich.
Are you not worried that this will take the emphasis away from BROOMHILL, something shiny and new to invest in and build here, whereas BROOMHILL, are you concerned it could get forgotten about in this process?
Not really. I mean, BROOMHILL is you know, one of the historic pools of Britain. It's one of the finest Lidos in the country. So we think BROOMHILL stands up in its own right. Where we do have concerns, you know, real concerns, is that although this scheme is obviously 4 years away in 2027, we have to get BROOMHILL finished and complete. And what we want to do is make sure that the council are not kind of looking too far ahead and not actually completing outcomes which need to be done now. And we do have concerns with that. You know, Fusion Lifestyle, just to recap, operate about 130, 140 leisure facilities. They had to lock all of those down and furlough 3,000 staff. And their income was absolutely decimated for 18 months to 2 years. So back in December, they went to the executive to ask if they could borrow their $2 million towards the $7.5 million scheme. We understand that was voted through. But, of course, what's happened in the interim, Mark, is that you've had the invasion of Ukraine. Prices have rocketed. Fuel and materials are probably up 15-20%. And probably the £7 million scheme that we were looking at, you know, 4 years ago when this money was voted through and agreed by the Heritage Lottery Fund has increased substantially. So either they have to cut costs or they need to contribute a little bit more amongst them and accept the reality of what's going on in the global market.
So Fusion would have to pay some more. Are you expecting our Ipswich Borough Council to pay some more?
Well, Fusion are legally committed because I understand that they've signed the lease on BROOMHILL Pool, so it does fall onto them. But everybody can see the reality of what's out there. I mean, Fusion is a charitable trust. I think they have shown great commitment to keep this scheme alive and to trying to deliver it despite the global pandemic and lockdowns and despite the war in Ukraine. But I think the Heritage Lottery Fund and Ipswich Borough have to recognise that the goalposts have moved. And if we want to get this scheme done and completed, they might have to just edge a little bit more to get it complete. And we still think that's tremendous value for Ipswich taxpayers if they're going to get, you know, a 7.25, perhaps 8.5 million pound pool, you know, delivered for you know, perhaps 2 million from the borough. So, you know, I think we have to get some outcomes. With Ipswich, we see so many good ideas, so many schemes put forward that either just don't get support, or when they do get to the stage, there's never the capital commitment. So I think it's actually showing that we can actually achieve, that we can get these outcomes done. Let's get BROOMHILL done, get it done, and then obviously that makes this case even stronger for the aquatic centre in 2027.
Is there a date that you have in mind, Mark, that you'd like to be able to dive into BROOMHILL again?
Yeah, I think it was about 2003, Mark, to be honest, is when I wanted to dive in.
Well, I was going to say, I've hosted this show a very long time, and I've always said that when BROOMHILL reopens, we'll take the breakfast show there. But I finished the breakfast show next Thursday, so you've got to be quick, look.
Yeah, you know, I promised this to my daughter. She's now 21, and then my son, he's now 11, and our granddaughter, 2.5. I just want to see our kids and grandchildren have the same experiences. You know, BROOMHILL is such a wonderful pool. I mean, it's considered one of the finest Lidos in the country. It's here in Ipswich. It's nearly done. You know, we just need to get it over the line, and I think we just need a dose of realism from the borough to accept that, and the Heritage Lottery Fund to work with Fusion and complete the task, and everybody, I think, will benefit from that.
That's Mark Ling, chairman of the BROOMHILL Pool Trust.